Titans of the New York music scene hits the sex trafficking and racketeering trial of Sean Diddy Combs. Why 50 Cent was brought up this week during a...
Clark's journey with Combs began after her tenure at Death Row Records, a label run by Marion Suge Knight, a figure Combs reportedly despised due to the infamous East Coast-West Coast rap rivalry of the 1990s. Clark revealed a chilling anecdote from her early days with Combs, claiming that shortly after joining Bad Boy, Combs and his security team took her to Central Park after dark. There, she alleged, Combs confronted her about her connection to Suge Knight through a friend who had a child with him, and warned that if anything suspicious occurred, he would have to kill her. This allegation underscored the prosecution's portrayal of Combs as someone capable of extreme intimidation, willing to leverage his power to instill fear in those around him. The testimony took an even more intriguing turn when Clark recounted an incident at an MTV press event in New York, attended by both Combs and 50 Cent. According to Clark, after an interview concluded, she, Combs, and Chris Lighty, who managed both Combs and 50 Cent at the time, entered an elevator together. Clark testified that Combs, visibly frustrated by ongoing tensions with 50 Cent, told Lighty, "I really don't like all the back and forth. I don't do that. I like guns." When pressed by prosecutors about the context, Clark confirmed that Combs' issue was specifically with 50 Cent and that his tone was deadly serious. This moment, though brief in the broader scope of the trial, reinforced the government's narrative of Combs as a dangerous individual who used threats to maintain control, even in disputes with peers in the music industry. The roots of the feud between Combs and 50 Cent trace back to the early 2000s, when both artists emerged as prominent figures in New York's rap scene. Combs, born in Harlem and raised in Mount Vernon, built an empire with Bad Boy Records, launching the careers of artists like the notorious B.I.G. 50 Cent. Hailing from Jamaica, Queens, rose to fame with hits like In Da Club and led the rap group G-Unit. Despite their shared New York roots and success in hip-hop, their relationship soured over the years, marked by public disses and mutual suspicion. In 2006, 50 Cent released a diss track accusing Combs of knowing who killed the notorious B.I.G., who was gunned down in a 1997 drive-by shooting in Los Angeles, a crime that remains unsolved. The track's lyrics suggested Combs had insider knowledge of the murder, tying it to the broader East Coast-West Coast rivalry that also claimed the life of Tupac Shakur in 1996. 50 Cent has also repeatedly implicated Combs in Tupac's death, despite Combs' consistent denials. In a 2023 social media post, 50 Cent referenced the arrest of Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, the only person charged in connection with Tupac's murder, and insinuated that Combs, known by nicknames like Puff Daddy and Brother Love, might be implicated. Combs has vehemently rejected these claims, as well as any suggestion of involvement in Biggie's death. In a 2018 interview on The Breakfast Club, when asked about his supposed beef with 50 Cent, Combs downplayed it, insisting, "I don't have no beef with Fifth. He loves me. Y'all can't see it, but he loves me." He framed 50 Cent's constant social media posts about him as a sign of affection rather than animosity. However, Clark's testimony contradicted Combs' public stance, revealing a darker side to his feelings toward 50 Cent. The elevator incident, as described by Clark, suggested that Combs' frustration with their rivalry extended beyond words to implied threats of gun violence. This aligns with other witness accounts in the trial, which have described Combs as quick to threaten employees, romantic partners like Cassie Ventura, and others with physical harm, termination, or reputational ruin. Clark's story of the Central Park confrontation and the MTV elevator exchange painted Combs as someone who operated with a constant undercurrent of menace, using fear to enforce loyalty and silence dissent. 50 Cent, far from being intimidated by the courtroom mention of Combs' alleged threat, seized the moment to amplify his long-standing campaign of mockery against his rival. Immediately after his name surfaced in Clark's testimony, 50 Cent took to Instagram with a series of posts that blended humor, sarcasm, and defiance. One featured an AI-generated image of himself on a movie set, captioned, "Cut. Wait a minute. Puffy's got a gun. I can't believe this. I don't feel safe." Another showed him in a Yankees hat with an exaggeratedly terrified expression reading, "Oh my goodness, itty bitty Diddy wants me dead. I have to lay low." He added a sad face emoji and joked about hiding out at a playoff game. True to his word, 50 Cent attended an NBA playoff game between the New York Knicks and Indiana Pacers the following night, proudly wearing a Free Diddy t-shirt courtside, a provocative troll that played on Combs' legal troubles while signaling his complete lack of fear. This public bravado is consistent with 50 Cent's approach to their feud over the years. Even before Combs faced federal charges, 50 Cent was relentless in his criticism, questioning Combs' business practices, personal conduct, and public persona. He has long alleged that Combs mistreated artists under his label, leaving many broke despite their early success, and hinted at a predatory undercurrent in Combs' interactions with others. In interviews, 50 Cent has recounted odd encounters, such as Combs offering to take him shopping, which he interpreted as unsettling rather than friendly. These suspicions, once dismissed by much of the industry, have gained new weight as Combs' trial unfolds, with over 100 accusers and a federal indictment alleging a decades-long pattern of racketeering, sex trafficking, and forced labor. The trial has exposed what prosecutors describe as a criminal enterprise orchestrated by Combs, using his celebrity status, private jets, luxury hotels, and lavish parties, infamously dubbed freak-offs, to coerce and exploit individuals. Witnesses have testified to grueling work schedules, with employees routinely laboring 20 hours a day and facing termination for showing fatigue. George Kaplan, a former personal assistant, described starting work at 9:30 a.m. and sometimes not leaving until 7 a.m. the next day, yet still expressed respect for Combs' business acumen. Other testimony has detailed physical abuse, particularly against Cassie Ventura, and threats of blackballing or reputational harm for those who resisted Combs' demands. 50 Cent has capitalized on these revelations, transforming grim evidence into viral memes and cultural punchlines. When federal raids on Combs' properties uncovered over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricants, 50 Cent created AI-generated images of Combs strutting in a baby oil-themed fashion show, cementing the freak-off parties as a symbol of depravity. His upcoming Netflix docuseries, tentatively titled Diddy Do It?, promises to give voice to Combs' alleged victims, with 50 Cent pledging to donate all proceeds to survivors of sexual assault and domestic violence. This move flips Combs' alleged exploitation for profit into a charitable cause, delivering a moral and symbolic blow to his rival. The psychological toll on Combs is evident. Once a master of public adoration, he has deleted his social media accounts, issued vague corporate-style statements through his legal team, and retreated from the spotlight. His empire to control the narrative have faltered as 50 Cent, the prosecution, and a growing chorus of accusers dominate the conversation. 50 Cent's relentless trolling, posting about Combs' downfall the day federal agents raided his Miami mansion with the quip, "Now it's not Diddy do it, it's Diddy done," has turned Combs' crisis into a public spectacle. Even Combs' 2019 50th birthday party, attended by A-listers like Jay-Z, Beyoncé, and Kim Kardashian, has been weaponized by 50 Cent, who suggested in 2024 that some celebrities remain silent out of fear of what compromising footage from such events might reveal. The feud has also spilled into 50 Cent's personal life. His ex-girlfriend, Daphne Joy Navarez, the mother of his youngest son, was named in a lawsuit by producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones as an alleged sex worker paid by Combs. Navarez denied the claims, calling them character assassination and threatening legal action. 50 Cent responded with a mocking post, writing, "I didn't know you was a sex worker, you little sex worker. Lol." Navarez retaliated by accusing 50 Cent of rape and physical abuse, allegations she later deleted. 50 Cent denied her claims, sued her for defamation, and linked her accusations to his filing for sole custody of their son. He has since tread carefully, citing an ongoing family court case, but the exchange underscores the personal stakes in his public war with Combs.